Start recording. 7:01 p.m. 1st of December 2025. Yet continually doing shit to my room. I woke up to dust in my fucking lungs. Like they pumped something into my room. Then it was siren sounds. Also, then like followed by like a burning smell. Like the dust didn't work. Tried to burn something. Then making my room freezing cold. All around the same time when Hassan Piker logged off. And then I've just been like looking at stuff on the internet, doing my little thing. And then they keep shutting off the speaker in my room. I have hours and hours of recordings that the speaker will go on indefinitely. They like interrupt the Bluetooth or something, shuts off the fucking speaker. And then I open the window to see if they're probably in the building. There's nothing to make it like they're outside. The idea that motherfuckers wanted you to be upset with people outside because that's like a political agenda for them. To clear people from the street. Slamming of a door. Yeah, you have to slam it so hard for me to even fucking hear you. Just now. That's all these fuckers want is some kind of warped power thing that nobody wanted. No one cares about your goddamn, like, agenda. You're assholes. And then somebody, like, looks like they were trying to drive, but then they decided to park instead, maybe. And then a car drove by. That's all I could see from my view. Oh, they took a really long yeah, well, you know, maybe that is like a legitimate person. I don't know. Do you trust if they're on this street in a white car? I don't think I trust them. They all did they all like bought brand new white cars or something, which would be funny if it was meant to like, hey, moron, we know who all of you are. You bought the same fucking car. Like, good job, dickhead. No one wants a white car. They get dirty really fast. That is almost funny. Now someone's pretending to play music out of nowhere, but it's like, again, a car. Yeah, she's right and she doesn't like us. Let's annoy her to death some more. You're fucking genocidal, mentally ill, overpaid assholes that shouldn't be running anybody's fucking life. Like, I'm not gonna do it for you. Fuck off. Just absolutely fucking warped. This is taking a really long time for something. I don't even know what the fuck this is. Preview update. So there's that too. Let's look at the fucking, yeah, the recording I just made. Start recording. Start streaming 5:34 p.m. 1st of December 2025. Woke up to something being pushed into my room, breathing that in, and it hurt. Siren sounds. And then what? There is something else. Just obnoxious and obvious, like, as if the motherfuckers are bored and want something to do, and like we're trying to wake you up. It is the most repulsive, like, you're not my children, you're not my family, you're not something that makes sense in some context, that like you're some psychopath I don't even know that drives around my apartment all day and like gets paid to do nothing while I'm like fucked myself. Like, go fuck yourself. Uh, there was a third thing. It's just some no, they do it like all night. There is nobody here.
What are you, like, one fucking disgusting guy? There's no one here.
Being outside, even is it? Like, they're fucking upstairs in the building. Yeah. There's no one here. There's always the idea. Why don't you bitch about the guy that's constantly like staked out under your fucking window? Why? So that when I become homeless, you bitch about me? It feels like that's all they're going to make you homeless and then fuck with you as if like there's a good excuse now because you bitched about somebody else. You know, it's like, I'm playing mental chess here. That seems like an obvious, like, it isn't even about having like a genuine empathy, which I do for the genuine homeless. Something's fucked up. You make people homeless on purpose. It's against universal human rights. But like, obviously, you can take advantage and put, just like at the protests, put like fake people into the situation just to fuck with people. And then all these ideas, home and love, and whether someone needs you somewhere. You live in it, and then, yeah, bitch about that it's a city in America, and this is what America is for some fucking reason. Like, that's an agenda on its own. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of my room! seriously, some warped, like, if the only reasonable, they're not really religious, it's not some theocratic based bullshit, then they're liars completely taking advantage of whatever the fuck that is across the street, and they don't even give a fuck. Like, that's another fucking problem. It's not like, oh, well, it's fine. They're actually a bunch of, like, nihilists. They're not even religious. Like, either they're religious or they're not. And so them being religious and letting people fuck with me and fucking with me themselves, yeah, that's a fucking theocratic real estate scam. And they're just like a piece of the fucking puzzle, the shit across the street. Yeah, what, all of you bought white cars? That's not fucking stupid. Good luck. What was that purple light supposed to be comforting? In the bar next door? Bar, club, whatever the fuck this is. This place looks closed. It's not open. None of this shit is open. It's like 7 o'clock at night on a Monday. Yeah, you'd have karaoke from hell across the way. I can't even hear them anymore. They like soundproofed their building. I'm not trying to constantly be like, well, Dante's is still here. Everything's good. Like, it kind of starts to sound like an ad. But, I mean, they are like a punk bar that does like everything that I love. They have like emo night. You also can't act like some religious shit took over the whole fucking street. They play a lot of musicians that are atheists if they, like, have some demented religious thing going on. My face is like burning. The longer I sat in the window, the more it was like there's something like wrong with the air. Yeah, it could have been your neighbor is like fucking with you because you opened the window. I don't know, it's a guess. How much more can I block that fucking wall? Like, there's a light pointed directly at it. Then you got like a whiteboard that covers the fucking. The idea that the room itself was designed because they knew that somebody that lived in here would be as far away from the other wall as possible. And then you get the whole, like, the pipe that runs up the side of the building. It must have been there for 100 fucking years. I'm not the first person they fucked with in this goddamn thing. They knew. They keep trying to just harass you out of it. Like, they want you to shut up. They're trying to, like, find ways to make you shut up, I think is, like, one of their only goals. There is no reason for me to shut up. You should shut up. You're a bunch of fucking genocidal liars. Like, you shut the fuck up. Yeah, this fucking pipe goes down through here, which could, if it goes into a sewer or directly into the tunnels that go down. Right, I would not have even known. Oh, is this just... It used to be hobos. Now it's just for the tours. If we had not gone to hobos, I wouldn't know about the tours. So maybe, yeah, it's like, we hated you, but we gave you clues. Like, thanks, guys. Awesome. Wonder where the fuck they ended up. Yeah. I try not to think about it too much, because, like, I don't know, you didn't even like me, did you? But yeah, that's pretty. I mean, if you open that thing up, that's what's there, a staircase. Yeah, the video from last night, the guy was like slamming his foot. Well, in New York City, yeah, aren't they like garbage chutes? What the fuck was that? Oh, it wants to restart. Well, whatever, hold on. Siren. Yeah, anything I hear is bogus. Like it's it's a theater. It's like completely ruined my mental health on purpose. I don't think it's so much of a test as they were trying to break you down. And then you just put 10 and 10 together. You got the 1918 flu. You got the fact that building's been there since the last time this shit happened. As the same building, you know, as the same mission shit. Aren't you supposed to be the nice, good people that help everybody? Yeah, everyone's made such a joke of everything. How could you ever believe, like, you really cared? You care about your friends and your family and your favorites. I'm not gonna do some shit for somebody that I don't consent to. Seems like everybody's pissed because of that. Yeah, again, the thought, there's gotta be something different in 2025 than has ever been before. Like, was not happening in 1918. Now you can't do the same shit. Or at least not for long. I want to believe in that. Like, this shit goes right into our building, too. There's a staircase. It's supposed to be locked off. Yeah, I've never been down there, but it used to be boarded up and locked. And then they took the board away to let you see that it goes down into a fucking tunnel. But it was still locked. So then, yeah, it's the building's problem. They can't say, oh, sorry, that's just the pipe next door. Oh, sorry, that's just the thing outside. It's in the building. Like... Oh, you know, if no one was fucking with you, you wouldn't have even kept drawing your attention to it. So, I mean, like... That's what I'm saying. If someone really wanted to get away with whatever they've been doing for 5 years, they would have left me alone 5 years ago. If they wanted to do some fucked up shit and then get away with it. That's clearly not the point here. They just wanted to orchestrate what the answer would be or something. Like... I'm getting used in this situation. I did not invent whatever the fuck this is. I'm trying to be smarter than whatever the fuck this is. I have nowhere else to live. Fuck you. That's a, yeah, big part of, like, I have nowhere else to live. I have no other home. I have lived in this fucking apartment longer than I've lived anywhere else in my life. In my life. Whoever the fuck you fuckers work for, however you got paid, like, you got way more than I've ever fucking had. Yeah, and then I wanted to do a whole thing about, I'm gonna like chop this recording and restart my computer. But I want to do a whole thing about like the reality, like when they make somebody mentally ill on purpose. Seances, electromagnetic fields, dental fillings, trying to fuck you about what it means to be old, how long you could live. Yeah, from like Blue Zones and Jean Calment. I can't say your fucking name. I'm just gonna call her Jean. To share. The purpose of the building that I live in. That's what I was starting to talk about. Somebody talking about building up alkaloids in your brain. But, well, it's like they can imply things and that kind of drives you crazy by the implication. And then there's like actual science possibilities, like the thing that happened to Lucille Ball and her fillings. Yeah, vibrations and waves and the FBI file doesn't mention the incident, but there's recorded interviews. So yeah, you can suck a big dick on that one. Again, there's got to be something that you live in 2025 and they can't get away with this shit. Like, talking about my dad and what his education was like. Whatever the fuck Neuralink is supposed to be. Me getting head injuries, but also breaking my ankle. Like, you know, this shit was in Ithaca, New York. This shit was in Hershey, PA. Oh, and yeah, I just got some bad olives and I was upset about it. It's a totally different thing. Yeah, the world over would care. You can't pretend this isn't important. Yeah. So, 7:24 p.m., 1st of December 2025. And yeah, I want to add it to the list of, I guess they're like angles to explain things. Music and mental illness. Someone's pounding on my ceiling. Psych ops. Making people dismissible and crazy when they're not. Yeah, talk about theocratic real estate scams. Yeah, all of these are like an essay. My education, my jobs, my relationships, family, friends, assigned friends, romantic traumas, good memories, medical history. I guess you want to put that down here. All of these can be 3-hour long essays. Like, it's like, how did you need to look at my life or anybody's life to like get a point that was like actually necessary to learn and not just learning how to like eat shit and die? Yeah. Religious experiences. Music and medical. Something like that. And how everything intersects. 7:26 p.m. Universal human rights or everything's bullshit. Psycho, genocidal, gross fucking people that can't, like, they just want to fucking be control freaks and strangle the life out of everything because they're like jealous and mean and stupid. Not even kind of like the best and the brightest, smartest, best reasons, something like worthwhile. They're just assholes.